Yes, it's the time savings for me, especially as somebody who still has a 9 to 5, right? And so a lot of women that are listening to this, like if you have a 9 to 5 and you're looking to do something on the side to earn more money for your family, making sure that you're actually going to have the time to do it, like putting yourselves in a position where you're not spending hours and hours and hours where you don't get paid at all, right? You're spending hours and hours pitching and sending out all these outbound messages like DMs to brands, emails, and not even receiving any responses, or receiving a couple and they just want to do a gifted collab, which means you get no pay for the video you make. Like, I just don't recommend that. I know a lot of people get their start in the UGC industry doing things like that, but I've never sent a single pitch in my life, and I've gotten hired for 348 brands across the world in my first 13 months. And so you don't, yes, I did. I paid for my whole wedding, and like I'm paying off these student loans, right? I have undergrad loans and grad school loans, and this is just allowing us that extra cushion to do all those things, and to make it happen. So yeah, it's the time savings is the biggest reason to be on Fiverr, because when you open up your inbox and there's brands there that have found you and say, hey, I want to hire you, Claire, like that's huge. Like, inbounds are the biggest reason to be on Fiverr. And otherwise you're off Fiverr, you're sending outbounds trying to get brands' attention. But here on Fiverr, it's like the brands have come to you because of the way that Fiverr sets up the platform, that as long as you create a really strong optimized gig, which is what my guide teaches creators how to do. So I've created this guide that teaches you how to do that, and then Fiverr is able to show your gig to the right people, the brands that are looking for content creators, and then they just message you right on there. You send an offer over right in there if you want to work with that brand. They push accept and they pay the money. Like, that's another thing, is if you're off of Fiverr, you have to chase brands around and try to make sure that they pay you. And I've just heard so many horror stories about that. Like, unfortunately, sometimes brands, ghost someone after they've already delivered the videos. Like, on Fiverr, the brand pays Fiverr. Fiverr holds the money till you deliver the video, and then Fiverr pays the money to you if they release it. So it's so much safer to have this third party in there, because if you're doing it by yourself, it's just you against the brand in an email, and they're not even responding to the email or something, right? Like, you've delivered the work and they're not paying you. Like, that is just so stressful, especially if you don't have time and to be communicating and everything. Like, Fiverr has just been the place for me to host my UGC business, and that's what I choose to teach, because I'm like, yo, this works, and it literally funded our whole wedding. So I've got a lot of 2024 brides, 2025 brides that are like, I need to fund my wedding too, like I'm jumping in, or people that are like, I need to pay off these student loans now that interest started again in the US. And yeah, just it's been a means for just a vehicle for people to get the extra money that they need.